And basically what we do is we provide educational options and alternative educational services and programs for the children. So those children who've dropped out of school can go back to school. Those children who've never been to school can go have a primary school education. Those children who don't want either can look at vocational training and different options. So we have a music department, we have an art school department, but it's called a mobile gallery, and what it does is we bring in artists, famous artists from around Malaysia to work with us online and to provide guidance and curriculum for the children so that they have guidance on doing different things at different months. If you come into our youth center, all our walls are white, and there is a reason, because we didn't want to paint the place and to put on the walls what the children didn't want. So what we do is we allow the children to pick an issue, do whatever it is they want, and they can use the walls as a means of expressing themselves, but also it's cool because they like doing graffiti. So that's an option for them. We have counseling services and stuff that's offered. We work with a lot of NGOs. Mercy Malaysia provides mobile clinics. We have doctors coming in. We work with Pink Triangle because we're talking about sexuality, sex education, HIV. A lot of our children who are teenagers that we're getting off the street now are homeless. They're street kids, and they are, most of them, Malaysians. They are part of prostitution rings, syndicates, car park attendants. They are all mostly on drugs. And let me tell you why. There are two reasons why you take drugs according to the children. One is you get recruited to sell drugs so you can make some money. Two is because sometimes the money that you get from selling drugs is not enough, and so you have to do prostitution. And so because sometimes when you have to prostitute yourself, it's painful. So what they do is they use the drugs to try to forget and numb themselves so they can do so. There's your vicious cycle. So the issues with the Youth Hub, like I said, we just opened today, but we're already seeing some of the problems we're going to have. Malaysia doesn't have a drug rehab program for children. Malaysia doesn't have a HIV program for children. Malaysia doesn't have a group home for children who, after rehabilitation and having HIV or doing it, or whether they're affected or infected, have places to go. So this is us. You don't have it, you build it. You don't have it, you do it. Stop complaining, just do it. So that's what we do. So that's the youth center. We have a baby center that will be opening in 6 months, and that's being sponsored by Al Rajhi Bank, which will include a safe house for the babies. That will also be in Chowkit, but we haven't picked an area yet, because we literally have 6 months to do that. We also have a kindergarten, because as we said, the government stand on children with no documents or refugees and stateless children is they don't provide free access to primary school education, let alone secondary school. So we have to build. Just to give you an idea, the government says that there are 52,000 street children in Sabah alone. That's the official figure. The truth is, it's always 3 times higher. So it's 150,000 children in Sabah, not including Sarawak. That's in Sabah and Sarawak. Then you have Peninsular Malaysia, which has the numerous categories of stateless children. That's easily another 100,000, 200,000 children. That's 500,000 children that have no access to education, no access to health, and are not in school, they're on your streets. So that's how bad it is. The good news is, like I said, we have partners. So who are our partners? Aga Khan Foundation is working with us on providing resources to our kindergarten because they're very interested in early childhood education. What they're looking at are 3 different types of alternative education. One is the madrasa type schools, which doesn't just offer religious classes, but offers classes in science and math, creative curriculum, Perry School, okay, never mind, Montessori type curriculums, literature-based curriculum. That's what they're interested in doing. But they're also interested in one of our safe houses that we're planning to build in Batu Gajah. We are working with a private family company thing that's going to donate their house to us, and we're working with Bandar Warisan to preserve the house because it's about 100 years old. And so what we're going to do is to bring the youth from the youth center to work on restoring the house, learn about our culture, learn about old skills, masonry. Oh, okay, it's almost time's up. How can you help? I know. You can ask me questions. How can you help? Volunteer, of course. time. Capacity building. Khazanah does a lot of capacity building with us. It's not just money. Honestly, the truth of the matter is my budget would go down a lot more if I had a lot more volunteers because I wouldn't have to pay people. I need experts. I need people to help me figure out how to audit or do, our annual report. I need people to tell me how do I do long-term sustainable programs. I need people to tell me how to do funding reserves. I need to tell people, for a lot of different reasons, and there are lots of ways in which you can help. You can drive the bus, with the van. It's not about time and money. Even if you gave me an hour a year, that's a lot more than what we can do. So that's definitely a big plus. You can talk to me about that. And like I said, we tailor-make a lot of our programs to meet the needs of what you want and what your company wants. So the sky's the limit. Whether we open a therapeutic center, environmentally friendly camp in Penari, Terengganu, and we have 5 acres to help me build the land. We work with Habitat for Humanity. So there are lots of ways in which you can get involved. There are lots of ways in which we can do CSR. And there's lots of ways in which we can monitor and make sure that you get more bang for the dollar. So thank you very much.